Hello, I'm here to talk about the cancellation of Green Lantern the Animated Series and Young Justice Invasion. Both shows have been very, very important to me and have been integral parts of my life ever since their premieres. I have a mental disease, several actually, and the one that's most crippling is my depression. And depression has a tendency to keep you asleep for long periods of time. It drains you of your energy, and I would spend days in bed. I can't go to school because I'm either tired or I'm too freaked out by my anxiety to actually go to school and go do stuff. So these shows, they sort of gave energy back to me. I am driven by this passion for these two cartoons, and it may seem weird, but they brought light back into my life because a lot of the time they were the only things that I had to look forward to, and they're just very important to me. I've grown so much as an artist and a writer by writing fan fiction and drawing fan art and doing all this stuff, and I've made so many friends from the fan base, and everyone is so nice and so welcoming, and the creators and the producers and the writers and the voice actors, they all communicate with people, all the fans and everything, and it's amazing. And I'm going to talk about two characters, one from each show, who are exceptional role models for young girls, because superhero cartoons aren't just for boys, they're for girls as well. First off, Artemis Croc from Young Justice Invasion. You are not defined by your family. My mom teaches at a school where there are kids who come from so many families that are so messed up, and they have so many issues, and these girls need to know that just because their family isn't that great, it doesn't mean they're not that great. It doesn't mean that they have to grow up to be just like their family. They can be whoever they want to be. Artemis chose to become a superhero, to go away from the villain life that her family had, and to not be defined by just because your family is blood, it doesn't make them good. And I think that's really important to tell young girls, and the writing is spectacular. Nothing is ever just a meaningless thing. Like, anything anyone says or does or whatever, it is important, because if it wasn't important, it wouldn't be animated. And whenever I saw the first season's whole plot, I was blown away. I mean, so much thought was put into this. This was one big plot by the light, and Roy Harper was the clone, and it all made so much sense. And I was astounded, and it was so cool. And I love all the characters. I love how even in the darkest of times, people still manage to make jokes, and to be able to escape to this universe where regular stuff that affects us, like bad test grades or embarrassing yourself in public or something like that, when it means a lot to you, but it's so little when compared to an alien invasion. And I keep thinking, no, don't drink Reach. No, it's bad. It'll turn you into a vegetable. No. And I almost cried when I thought Artemis had died, but she didn't. And it was, oh my gosh, this show is so important to me. And I love it very much, and I think it should be renewed for a third season. Green Lantern the Animated Series is my other one true love of a show, and I'm going to go by saying Aya is a very, very, very amazing character. She is not defined by her gender. She is not defined by what she was built to be. She strives so hard to become a Green Lantern, to fight for what's right, to fight for justice, and to become more than just a machine. She is an AI. She's a sentient AI who can feel and think for herself and grow, and she has helped change Razor, this kid who was so enveloped by rage and hatred because of Atrocitus killing his wife and starting this horrible war. And she's changed him so much for the better, and Hal Jordan is not this cocky jerk that he always is in all other mediums, like comics and TV and movies, and he fights for what he believes in. He fights for justice. He fights for what's right, and that means kicking a few people's butts, then by all means. And little boys, they love Hal Jordan. There are so many kids out there who love Green Lantern the animated series, and they need this show. They wake up every Saturday morning and they drag their parents out of bed and they get their cereal or their pancakes or their waffles and they watch it and they cheer on Hal, and they cried when Aya died, and we may not, well, we know she's gonna come back, but we just don't know when. And I cried when Aya died, and I was an emotional wreck for the rest of the day, and I couldn't wait, and I cannot wait until this Saturday, because then I'll finally get some answers, and obviously you can see how much this show means to me. So I'm just saying, both these shows do not deserve to be canceled. They are very important, they're special, they're amazing, they're wonderful, the writing is spectacular. Everyone who works on these shows, they deserve a freaking medal, and I think they're great. And they deserve to get more seasons, and they're such amazing shows. They're top rated, they're in the top 10 shows on Cartoon Network, and I love them. A lot of people love them, kids love them, teenagers love them, adults love them. They shouldn't be canceled. So that's just my 2 cents, and for anyone who's watching, thank you for watching. Symbiosis always, and save Young Justice and Green Lantern the animated series. Thank you!